Okay, boys and girls, happy Tuesday. Today is May 19th. So, today for reading, your skill is going to be a nonfiction sorting. You will need an electronic device with sound, types of nonfiction chart, nonfiction books from home. There are three types of nonfiction books that you're going to be sorting out: biography, reference, and literary. And when you see the materials in the reading and the Google Doc, you're going to be able to, sort out the different types of books and put them in their category. For writing, your skill is going to be brainstorming. You need an electronic device with sound, and you will have another Google slide. You're going to ask yourself these questions to help you brainstorm for topics, 4 topics. What do I know a lot about? What can I teach my audience? What am I really interested in? So we're brainstorming and we're thinking of topics. For foundations, your skill is your trick words, and you're going to be using your trick words to write sentences. So you will need an electronic device with sound. There will be a Google Doc, and then you will use these trick words: whose, one, son, breakfast, head, and ready. So again, you could practice at home and you could skywrite each word. That helps you to memorize it. And then you're going to use them in sentences. So, little reminder again, when you skywrite, remember, you're going to look at the word and you're going to think, what's tricky about this word? Pick out the tricky parts of the word. Then you're going to extend your arm, keep it straight. You could support your elbow if you need to. You're going to write the word in the air. Then you're going to dip your skywriter in some paint, whatever color you want. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to paint the word in your mind. Okay, and then you're going to open your eyes and you're going to doodle it on a surface, or you're going to write it on a little whiteboard or a chalkboard if you have one. And then you could trace and erase. So you could practice those words and then you're going to use them in sentences. For math, your skill is subtraction number stories. So this is the second part of it. So you need an electronic device with sound, and you have the workbook page that you can either print out, write it on lined paper. You can look at the videos again from yesterday if you need to refresh your memory. There are many ways you can solve a subtraction number story. So think about your base 10 blocks. You have different diagrams that you could use: your quantity difference, your start, change, end, your part total. So those are all different diagrams that could work. And your social studies, I saw some people already handed it in yesterday. That's great. Your Memorial Day writing, you need an electronic device with sound and your Google Doc. Why do you think Memorial Day is important? Use the video you listened to yesterday to help you write a paragraph. So you're going to be writing a paragraph today. You have those videos there. And some people already handed it in, which means you're done. One less thing that you have to worry about for the week. All right, so not due till Friday though, so you have some time for those. Let's head into our classroom, and you have your checklist, okay? So you could click on that, look at what's in bold, right? Those are the things that you are handing in. For math, this is day 2. All right, so you're completing this worksheet. You can draw out the base 10 blocks on scrap paper, or you could do it on the document if you're going to use DocHub, and practice your math facts. That's it for today. So you just have it. It's basically the home link page. Okay, and that is an optional submission. You don't have to submit that. Okay, we're going to peek at writing. So informational text tells facts. Facts are always true, right? It's not an opinion. These are facts. So the author writes informational books to teach about a topic. A topic is what the book is all about. You're going to write an informational book. First, you need to brainstorm topics that you know a lot about. brainstorm 4 topics that you can choose from. Next, you need to think about your audience. Your audience is who will read your writing. Then think about the following questions. What do I know a lot about? What can I teach my audience? What am I really interested in? Finally, you can choose your topic. So there's a short video here that we're going to peek at. Okay, so those videos are very helpful because they really show you, pick your 4 topics. So you're going to brainstorm your 4 topics that you could choose from. Think about who you want to read your book. So they show you the little slides that were in the video that we just watched. So you're going to brainstorm just like in the video. So you could click and type. They said at least 4. There are 5 spots here if you want to do an extra one. So think, what are some topics that you would like to brainstorm? And if you could think about the ones that we did in class when you guys made like that big brainstorming list, you're welcome to use some of those ideas that we were brainstorming in school. And then think about your audience. Who's going to be reading this? So example, 2nd grader will read my writing. My little sister. Is it going to be Mommy? Is it going to be Mrs. Duraney? Miss Jolynn? Who's going to read it? Think, what do I know a lot about? What can I teach my audience? What am I really interested in, right? You want to choose what you're really interested in because you want to have fun writing this. And then, boom, copy and paste your final decision into the red circle. What's going to be your topic that you decide to write on? When you're done, press this X. X out of it, press this turn in button right here. Okay, turn it in. For reading, you have your nonfiction sort. So remember, nonfiction is based on real facts, real people, real events. There are 3 types. So you're going to do a sorting. So yesterday you listened to different examples of nonfiction books. So now you can gather 5 or 6 of your own books at home and sort them into categories. Which ones are biographies? Which ones are reference? And which ones are your literary nonfiction? So there is a types of nonfiction text chart that's going to help you decide and identify which is which. And you're going to type the titles and the authors and the type of literature for each book on the Google Doc. Okay? And then you're going to submit it. So there's a couple docs here. Okay, so here's an example. Follow the Dream, that's a biography. Tell Me Tree, that's a reference. Pop, The Invention of Bubblegum, that's your literary nonfiction. So you have that reference. Okay. Here's another reference for you. Biography, right? Tells about somebody's life. So if it's going to be all about Christopher Columbus, Martin Luther King, right? Those are biographies. Reference, all about. So if the book tells all about soccer, all about bull sharks, if it's all about trees, those are called reference types of nonfiction. Your literary nonfiction gives you fun facts, but it's happening through a story, like the invention of bubblegum. So you're learning all these facts, but they tell it through like a fun story. Okay, so those are the types of nonfiction. So you have these two references that you can use to help you. So you're going to pick out some books from home. Remember, if you don't have many books at home, you can always use Raz Kids and you can use the titles from there. And this is what you're going to hand in. So biography, your reference, your literary nonfiction. You're going to list them in each category. And then you can press the turn in button right there. You can turn that in with me. That's for reading. And for foundations, you're doing your trick words in sentences. So again, you can skywrite them. And you're going to, remember, you're going to try to stretch your sentences. You must have at least 5 words in your sentence. You can highlight, you can underline the trick word that you use. So here's your word bank. Okay, you're going to put your sentences below and you're going to turn in. You know, like try not to put a sentence like, I ate breakfast, right? We don't want just a short sentence like that. You might want to say, this morning, I had Fruit Loops for breakfast. Okay. Okay. This morning I had Fruit Loops for breakfast with a glass of orange juice on the side, right? So I just took, I had breakfast and I really stretched it. So try to do that when you're doing your sentences, okay? And then you could press the turn in button. And then you have your social studies, okay? So if you want to work on, let's say yesterday you watched the videos. If you want to work on your Memorial Day writing, you could do that today. You could do the quiz tomorrow. It's up to you. And this is due Friday. Okay, we went over all that yesterday in detail. Okay, and that is all of our assignments for today, Tuesday.